You know how to enter information in cells one at a time, but what if you wanted to enter data in multiple cells? That is what we're going to go over in this lesson. I'm going to start off by selecting B2 through C4. So I'm going to select 4 cells, okay? And I want to enter data into these 4 cells. Notice that if I enter in data in one cell and hit my enter key, it moves down to the next one, moves over to the next one, and so forth until I'm done with my data entry. And then I can deselect these cells. There is a way, however, to select multiple cells and enter information into them all at once. And the key to this is, instead of using Enter or Tab key, what you would want to do is hold down your Control key when you hit Enter. And this is how it works. So I'm going to select again cells B2 through C4. I'm going to enter in my numbers. And this time I'm going to type in my numbers rather. And this time, instead of hitting the Enter key, I'm going to hold down my Control key while I hit Enter. And notice that it enters the same value in all of the cells I have selected at the same time. Now, while we're talking about doing data entry in multiple cells, it might be helpful to learn how to select multiple cells. Your selection process will be different depending on whether you're using your mouse and your keyboard and whether you're selecting contiguous or non-contiguous cells. So let's start off first with contiguous cells. I want to select from A2 all the way to C4. One way I can do that is by just dragging down and over, which is great. Or I can click cell A2, hold down my Shift key, and click cell C4. And notice that now I have all of these cells selected. I'm going to type in a value, hold down Control, hit Enter, and the information is entered into all of these cells. However, what if the cells are not contiguous? What I can do is use my left mouse button to select cells A2 and A3. And now I also want to select cells C2 and C3. And I can do that by holding down my Control key while I click and drag to select cells C2 and C3. Now if I type in my data and hold down Control Enter, notice how the selection is different. So to review, to select contiguous cells, you could either use your mouse to drag, or you can select the first cell, hold down your Shift key, click the last cell. If you want to select non-contiguous cells, you need to select your first section, hold down your Control key, select your second section. If you have a third and fourth section you want to select, keep your Control key held down as you select those other sections. And then once you have all of your cells selected, if you want to enter in the same information at the same time, you just type in whatever you want to enter, hold down your Control key while you hit Enter, and that populates all of those cells with the same data. And that's it, how you would enter data, whether it's formulas, text, or numbers, into multiple cells.